Hi, my name is Ty Singleton, and I'm going to explain why I want to be a teacher. When I was a little girl, I guess I saved all sorts of boxes, big and little, so that the neighbor kids could have chairs and desks. And my mom said, even from a little girl, I knew you were going to be a teacher. And I'd invite them with like cards and all sort of things. I didn't know that. I went into the corporate field for a while until my oldest was a preschooler. At that point, I was getting called from work all the time. He had disabilities. He was a little hard to handle, which I understood. But at the time, I had to change my field and decide what I wanted to do. I joined with a group and we did a preschool with several kids, and it actually got really kind of large. So we had several different classes and just kind of split them up and did what we needed to do. At that time, I realized how much I loved it. I got to see these little kids blossom and learn and grow. I had that great communication with them. Got to see their skills and learn how they did. A few years later, my husband went through a midlife crisis and he decided he needed to buy a business. And I said, well, the only thing I can help you with is probably preschool, because that's all I had been doing at that time for a couple of years. So we did. We bought a facility, a childcare facility. It had 150 kids, about 23 staff. My life changed a lot. So I had to learn how to handle staff, address their needs, and have goals and figures with them. I needed to figure out what to do with the children and get them on scales and assess them and get them goals and that sort of thing. With the state, you are giving kind of like basic guidelines. Well, we wanted to be the best, so we went over and beyond, which is great. When my children became teenagers, I decided I needed to stay home with them. They needed a lot of attention, so we sold our business and I stayed home. Now my kids are older. I decided to go back to work. And I am teaching staff, I'm teaching children, I'm basically running a huge business also right now. I love it. I get to meet new people every day. I get to see how the teachers grow, help them with goals, figure out ways that work and don't work with them, helping them with problem solving. I love to do that with the children too. I always try to get them to solve their own problems when it comes to discipline and redirection, regulation, things like that. I try to get them to do their own, and I love to see that. I love to see them come up with ideas and me turn around and say, okay, this isn't going to work because, or let's try it. Let's see if it does work, and try to come up with a solution. I do love that. I really enjoy meeting new people, and I get to meet new all the time. Not as much as I used to with what's going on in the world right now, but I do like that. I also like seeing the kids' eyes light up when they have that aha moment and it clicks, and they think, "Oh, I did this. I'm a success." And just to see that in them is worth the job. It doesn't matter how much you get paid. It's not a high paying job, obviously, but just to get those little rewards, and that's one of them. Another one is the hugs and the loves and the, hey, Ty, guess what I did today? Or look what I can do, and see how I improved here, and look, I can cut with scissors now, and all these fun things that you miss out on when you're doing other jobs, I guess, in a way. I love working with the teachers and teaching them. I also feel like when I do that, I'm also growing myself and learning how to be more patient, a good listener, all of those things that I probably was lacking before. I have more patience definitely than I had before. And I've kind of relaxed in some ways, and then other things I won't. So I kind of know what things I can compromise on, I guess, is probably the best way to say it. I also try to have the staff do their own self evaluations, kind of see where they're at and what they need to work with. There's never a dull moment. It's every day from the moment I get up to the moment I go to bed. I am constantly busy, and that's good for me, so I don't get in trouble, I guess. But yeah, I do love this job because I feel like it's more than just a job. It's a way to mold the future, maybe mold myself, help others, and become a better person. And that's why I would like to be a teacher.